Okay, we're back to do the live for Gemini twin flames, and I'm trying on the phone to see if this works a bit better and if you guys get the notifications. I have sent information through to you. Try at Yildiz readings. Come through and join. I do answer questions during the live twin flame reading sessions, but I have my download psychically. So this is the general read for April. Now, I'll go into a little bit of the actual astrological aspects of what's coming through. And this really is a transformative time. And really anywhere between now and 2020, it's a major upheaval. So a lot of the energy that you're going to be feeling won't just be directly correlating with the twin flame journey, but it also will be correlating with the fact that collectively we're changing and situations are changing. So those of you who have come to that place where you're in your higher consciousness, you've been doing the work, it's to prepare you for what's to come. Yes, obviously union is one aspect of it, but there's external scenarios to prepare us of what is coming, so to speak. Gemini is interesting with their frequency coming through. Now, in anything you're trying to work towards and anything potentially that could be blocking you, hi Carmen, in the work domain, you're trying to take a very rational mind and you're not trying to battle with it. And it might be you feel you're losing, a kind of battle, so to speak. Hi. So, in the energy of what you're trying to manifest, everyone collectively is having difficulties. This is within employment, within our finances, within the family, trying to get the balances. So even on your counterpart side, both of you will become dual. And so in looking at videos, again, as I've mentioned in the other ones, what you'll find is and your twins is another, they will start merging over where they are to the fence. Try not to take what's said personally, especially when you're hearing a zodiac sign coming through and you're thinking, oh God, is that another karmic? No, it could be the astrology, especially with certain planets really taking on direct kind of personality traits at the moment. We do have that undertone. A lot of transformation, it can be a way in which we're doing things directly related to loss, knowing what to do, within your, maybe that when you're working, you feel you're actually not coming. You're wanting to work towards, you don't want to be at war with it anymore. So it is going to come to a balanced state. A lack of information as to how to get that rolling again does come back to the Mercury retrograde. So again, with the movement forward of wanting to work on your life, wanting to work with your twin, you do tend to get energies coming back from the past around Mercury retrograde. If you haven't, don't take it personal. Because again, it can be 3D related karmic cycles that are tying up that are preventing that from happening. It may be that you're waiting for a contract to come in to have that movement forward. You're waiting for the communication to come a bit. It's like, what I'm hearing is don't wait. It's not, as they say, it's not over till the fair lady sings, but don't give your power away to a point you don't continue to proceed forward. And that's on any side of the fence, masculine or feminine. Always proceed forward. We do need to be very cautious with our base chakra, with our finances. We need to make calculated decisions, informative decisions, and really not risky decisions this year. It is a time we need to be cautious and start planting seeds for new beginnings. Financially, again, it may be you're lackluster and, it can be you're wanting to change what is correct for you. You're not getting all hot-headed. You're not thinking, okay, well, let's just run and we're fools rush in and, we're angels tread to fair. You're being decisive but disconcerting. You're assessing scenarios prior to moving forward. Even if you get into a fair base frequency, what you've got to get is with the great mystery, this is what's blocking you. What will work for you is not going in all guns ahead. Going in with a rational way of doing things. And it is very, and it can be the energy of the way you're approaching situations in your life, that you're not jumping in where fools rush in. You're walking. And I wouldn't say you're treading on eggshells. You're making cautious assessments. You're assessing situations and whether it's in your highest good. If you're going to get triggered and you're like, oh, I need to know what's happening, that's going to block you, because we don't know all the time what's going to happen. But if we've done the work, we always are prepared for whatever comes. Energetically, a lot of you that have done work are probably intuitively sensing things at the moment, that something's changing, that something's coming. Really do follow your intuition. It is heightened intuition right now, especially moving out of the shadow aspect of it. It's like we're in two parallel worlds at the moment. We can sense the new vibration coming in, but we're also fearing what we're going to have to do to get that, like at what cost sort of thing. It sort of feels like you don't want to sell your soul to the devil, so to speak. It's like, what will I have to do to make this move forward, to make this an abundant connection? You know, what will need to be sacrificed? How many cycles are we going to need to transit until we can actually get this into a balanced reunion union state? Karmic dynamics. Now, this can be on your side of the fence or theirs. They're trying to see how they can bring it together. Part of it was part of their destiny, past life energy. A lot of times when you look in your birth chart, you can actually see what lesson you were supposed to learn in this lifetime. With that frequency, you got your shadow aspect of what you would have been in a past life and what energy you're moving towards. That aspect of things and lessons that come up, I'm feeling as though in a family related domain on your side of the fence or theirs, because a lot of times in a twin flame journey, there can be conflict, or there can be an emotion, pain body experience that happens. And it kind of happens then external to the family domain for you to learn and purge a lesson. Part of this is coming through, I do believe, on the masculine side, regardless of whether the masculine is the Gemini. Both of you collectively are coming to a place where if you still, it can become risky, but you have to walk through, you know, adversity in order to get to the other state. So with family, there could be some aspect of adversity that you can see the trickery, but if you're getting to a point you don't address it, or you constantly enable the direct situation, it can block you from actually, you know, getting back on your vision and quest and balancing everything out. And it's interesting because family domain is at the moment correlating with the nodes in Cancer and Capricorn. Cancer is very family orientated, and all of us collectively are applying that energy to the base chakra frequency, you know, Cancer, family orientated. How we can bring that balance to the situation in our tribe situations, the people we directly connect with, who we're investing in relationships, how to gain closure on the way we were conditioned as children to move forward. All of that is a cycle that is very relevant coming through in the Gemini frequency, but it can be your counterpart's energy. But these are things that are coming up to be addressed in April. Other people around you might be going for new people to come in at the moment. And it might be even energetically the person that was more inclined to feel blocked, be it the masculine or the feminine in this situation. A cycle is ending. And again, that comes back to 2 points. And when you do look at the astrology, we had the total eclipse towards the end of January, and that energy alone in that frequency takes 6 months to finalize. Only this month, moving into April, we had the energy of the Libran moon, and now we're moving through, and we will receive that again in April. It's like endings and beginnings of ways of looking at things, and that's very much the theme of this year. With Pluto going retrograde, again, it's a similar tone. It's what do we need to end? What's going to work? What are we willing to put the effort into if we can say it's balanced to bring that thing back to fruition and a new energy of life in it? It does happen on both sides of the fence. Saturn, again, the strict frequency of, look, accountability. What could we have done on our side of the fence? What could they have done? Finalizing those energies, seeing things from a different perspective to proceed forward. We also do have Jupiter, the planet of expansion. So we've got Jupiter, Pluto, and then Saturn simultaneously, like one after the other. Mercury direct, Jupiter retrograde, Pluto retrograde, and then Saturn. And then Saturn at the end of the month will be, what did they say? I think it was having that connection to the south, the true node, which again is Cancer Capricorn frequency. All of those things are back in assessment. It's like getting a piece of the puzzle and saying, okay, new chapter. How are we linking these all back together and what's going to work? What is and what isn't working? So anything in your life that isn't in alignment with where you are going, and it won't be a choice you have, it's where universe believes you need to be. In your higher consciousness, yes, Saturn is going to assist you with that. They're going to show you. But external to you and what the bigger plan is for your life path, this is what's happening. Other people around you may not want you to go on that path, but regardless, the universe is going to get you there. And that's a lot of times when the planets do go retrograde. It's all like, oh, crap. I sort of was listening to my higher conscious and, you know, it was sort of giving me some hints, but, you know, other people and my conditioning, blah, blah, blah. And then bang, we have a tower moment. It's going to cause conflict. So it could be a karmic. It could be the way of living. And all of us collectively are going to experience this. It's going to cause an upheaval. But what you're not seeing coming is peace. And Carmen and I was talking about this yesterday. In the location I'm living, it's very rare to see owls. Now, I've seen 2 in a month. Interestingly enough, one was at daytime, one was at nighttime. Very similar to this. Very white. So the purity of the energy. And again, it's similar to the masculine and feminine because it's day and night energy. I'm feeling, again, connected to the Libra and Moon energy for you guys. And the sun, and I do believe the sun is going to be, oh, don't quote me, I'll do the video for that separate, I've written it down. Venus, the sun, and the other planets are assisting us to have this transformation. What you're not seeing coming is some sense of healing, but you're gaining a relationship with your intuition, your higher consciousness, your downloads, your epiphany moments. That's what's coming this month, the aha moment. What will block that is not allowing that transformation and change to come. But it's a fresh beginning. So you've got elder in reverse. So it's a new beginning coming, but it might make you feel uneasy because an egoic experience with the sun in the background can be where you're thinking that, is this to get us back on track? Yes, it is. It might not look that way, but yes, it is. Again, you can't see some of the things coming. And I do feel this is collective energy. The vibration as per se, you'll sense. As for what completely and how, no, you can't. Tune into the energy. Again, it's third eye. And this is twice. Refusing to see. You're not communicating what you're sensing. You intuitively feel it. It's making you nervous. And it is going to bring you to that dreams come true. But there's going to be an upheaval to actually cause this. Whatever is not in alignment with you and doesn't have the love and respect for you is going to go by the wayside. And that can be the direct frequency or the direct people. This will help you face your darkest fears. Because when we see or hear tower moments, we feel, oh, that means it's over. No, it doesn't. A way of being is over. A way of relating to it. And again, with the Pluto retrograde, which we're halfway through that transit. We've still got the other half to go. And don't quote me. I think it's a 15-year cycle. You know, we're halfway through that. That frequency is helping us change and evolve through to 2020 and beyond. Okay? You're going to have the success and growth connected to the twin flame journey. This is the movement forward. Counterpart, your first energy is love. A time to rest and recoup. And it's interesting because both parties have 9s and the 8s. Helpless and hopeless. Again, this has come up, and I mentioned it to Carmen yesterday. This could particularly be feminine's viewpoint as well as masculine's epiphany. And it's for both parties, the two. The energy of both of you needing to actually deal with it. But the vision I was seeing was another mountain. Actually knowing that no matter what way you go, there is still the climb. Now we can take the road less traveled, which is we don't know. Not saying it. not seeing through the process that this is where it's taking us, to that new beginning. And through the adversity, tackling both situations, all situations, as best we can, and accepting whatever is to be, picking up the pieces and moving forward for that new beginning. This is what the energy is coming through for counterpart, but it can be vice versa. You are going to be able to manifest this forward, and you will get out of the hangman position. It will be an aspect that you have manifested accidentally or purposely. It's not going to feel nice though, because there's a way you need to get to that. And sometimes it comes in the most unusual fashion. It's asking you this month to detach, to gain perspective, and it can be some heart chakra work. Whatever is moving is because it's blocking the creativity, especially the communication of flowing effectively. The residue energy of Mercury retrograde, although we're in shadow, the energy of what's happening in the first week is pivotal. We do have the moon frequency changing. We also have, what was the other thing? Again, I'll do the astrology later. But the first week, Mercury will be going direct, but we'll still have that frequency of issues with communication, but lightning, more downloads. You then got the moon energy coming in. We've then got Jupiter going retrograde, and it's all happening within 1 to 2 weeks. A lot of heart chakra coming up. You know what you want. You don't know how to say it. You're wanting the communication, but you're unsure whether you can trust your crown, which is the bigger picture in life, of whether that's going to happen, which is detachment, which is part of the twin flame process. By detaching, it co-creates. You know, it's trusting in the process. So this is very much trust-orientated, intuition-orientated. We're kind of stuck in these areas and the base chakra. The whole manifestation is when we succumb to it and say, help me with whatever needs to be, universe. And, you know, if it feels like you've got a block in that road and you're really meditating on it, do some breathing exercises and go, give me some solutions. Please help me with these solutions when it's outside of you, and trust that they're going to come. Really use some crystals this month. I would really highly suggest amethyst, your clear quartz for your clarity, psychic protection stones, the onyx, rose quartz for heart chakra, because heart chakra and base chakra have come up. So use them connected to those areas. If you're clearing your chakras during this transit, do them as they come up. Okay, do some meditation. When we say meditation, you don't have to be sitting there like a Buddhist monk. It's have some time out for yourself. Detach from noise and frequency, because I'm hearing a lot of phonics, you know, tones directly affecting our auras at the moment. Try and get yourself grounded to a point you can white light yourself, because the movement is for another 1 to 2 years. So we are transforming. It is hard work. There is potential for union, and union is possible, yes. So don't come to a place where you feel it's impossible. Always look at the 3D situation of what's in front of you. We do tend to link, you know, the twin flame journey of, you know, the love. And yes, that's so. The blockages don't always directly come from twin. They do come external. And when you're not with your twin, they'll come through in other people. So once you deal with them, it's like you're physically working with twin. You're moving forward to unblock those situations to proceed forward. If you're wanting a booking, as I said, the link is below. If you feel you've got an issue with your purging, or you're unsure of whether you've got a block, or you just need to talk to somebody that is a twin flame, that has been on the journey, you know, reach out. The website does have bookings, and otherwise join the crew and you can be part of the live sessions, and I'll be happy to answer questions. Love and light.